This is death! Begin!
Word of warning here. Forget about the lofty cost of living, cause the price of crossing me is 100-fold if I'm forgiving. Whether chilling in my realm or as a mortal each centennial, the endless biggest sis' gothic beauty is perennial. A soul collector nice as I, good luck with ever finding one. Here up on the mic, I've all the fury of the kindly one, as I attack a bony, hackneyed, homely, phony reaper. As the one and only ultimate immortal coil keeper, you'll end up like my poor middle brother. Straight vacate your station when I see you get a lifetime's worth of shame. Humiliation from the vertigo my dizzy jizzes hit you with. You'll soon despair. I'll put the psycho into psychopomp, leave you in disrepair. Contest against this champion, you're hardly my competitor. In terms of chicks personified, you're more on par with Pedo Bear. You wanna go and ask your old pal Marlo if she's heard of me. Like Gatling finally croaking, my defeat will take eternity.
Let death arrest her customary silence for a spell. You drop omniscient lyrics deeper than the annals of my well. You're lost in deep delirium, mad as a Titan's Opus court. I'm the Empress of the You're as legit as Emperor Norge, they say war is hell. But it hath not a fury close to mine. I'll send you to oblivion with cosmic power most divine. Ensnare you like a Crowley wannabe with no mistake of target. When you mess with Lady Death, she strikes with adamantine hardness. Watch mortality incarnate, wreck an eldritch march your brain. Any cancer of a wretch who steps to death beyond her crazy. Bring your siblings all along to aid in challenging my mountain. For your 70s are less a threat to me than Disney Channel. Inescapable as gravity and twice as harsh a mistress. Doesn't take your dead boy buddies to detect which death will win this. Go consult your older brother's book and find it's quite confirmable. Your efforts doomed as Captain Marvel. Diagnosis terminal.
That verse had all the logic of a rant on life's unfairness, with a flow awkward as when they had me teaching AIDS awareness. My demolishing this bag of bones will come as no surprise. You're in the Deadpool. Even Wayne is betting on your swift demise. You're dreaming if disputing death is what your dreary rears desire. Ask any cosplay expert which of us is more inspiring. Like metaphoric wings, I'll feel the beating of my voice. For one must bend to me or face annihilation. Make your choice.
Giving ultimatums, are we, pasty punk? You're off your rock, full of rock. Attack with that homicidal sicko walker. Still, it's high time for a change. So don't you think my aura fades? As I once more resume my silence while my champion takes the stage.
I'm throwing down the gauntlet, spitting gems of infinite dope, wooing the woman of my worship. With this intricate opus, I'm resurrected once again and back to cause galactic horror. And you can bet this time I won't end up retired on some far. I'll bathe the starways with the innards of this deviant imposter. With titanic rise, sharper than the blades upon my copter. Take one look into my eye. Don't panic like my matron parent did. When Thanos gets to rising, taking flight is quite imperative. With cosmic cube in hand, I'll aim to conquer space and time. And when my fleet's on the attack, the only sanctuary's mine. I'm an eternal dreaded warlord, carrying out cross-cosmic slaughter. Your title claims legit as Nebula being my granddaughter.
That's enough of Mr. Purple People Killer. Shift the view to me. I fought the auditors, but now I'm bringing on the scrutiny. A righteous reaper man who you do well not to offend. Because you rodents couldn't even match my squeaky little friend. Your right of ash can't interfere. Attendant of my own accord, I'll reap you all as lowly peasants. You're unworthy of my sword. Regardless whether you believe in me, I'll always be the real. And I pimp smack punks so hard even their unborn children feel it. It's all bad omens for Gothy here. Poor girl's out of her element. I'll crush her with the full force of a planet-carrying elephant, and ultimately nullify this other poser's smugness. Right before destroying her boyfriend like my name was Arthur Douglas. Well, my wit is like my duty's instrument, sharp as can be. And even Azrael agrees there can be no replacing me. Your books are nearly finished and dwindling in your hourglass. I'm the only justice here, so keep a hog's watch on your ass.
Oh, get back to your domain. Those lines are flatter than your planet. It's 2 minutes to midnight, I know your clock. You better panic. Slender Man 10 times more terrifying than Slender Man for real. You're all bacteria before me. You know not with what you do. Lucifer's in his cage, still I'm dishing out the violin. Skill vaster than my age. I spit rhymes vicious as Leviathan. I'm supernatural. Not even God is saved from I. Bump into me, you'll say you're sorry or prepared to say goodbye. I'm always making scenes. From see you falls to pizzeria restaurant. The only man to cheat me more than once I does Winchester pump. Precipitating storm which is but a twiddle of the pinky. Watch me rub my Eldorado up and run my German binky. My true form exceeds our budget, but my raps all come unfiltered. Yours are trashy as my eating habits. Ever out of kilter. You belong on Cartoon Network. I'm the Reaper, all should fear. My name is Death, and all you losers best believe the end is here.
Not so fast, old man. Let me address the question in your heads. Am I going to get upstage? That the answer is a yes. Don't try to pit yourselves against me. Mr. Joe Black is a boss. And it won't take 3 hours this time just to get my point across. I'll soon see to it that you perish and take over all your business. Roast you with the lyrics smooth as peanut butter. They're delicious. Never taking holidays from honing how I rock a mic. And when I step up, always know that lightning's guaranteed to strike. This hunky body may be borrowed, but my rhymes are funky fresh. They'll end your whole careers like Gilly did to poor old Martin Brett. Like 2 successive car collisions. Better trust I'll leave you hurting. Barring meeting me in taxes, nothing else in life's is certain.
You may say your deeds are meaningful, but I'd say you're a failure. After your ticket sales were only for a Star Wars prequel trailer. As for me, I'm artful as they come. It's plain as black and white. And like the plague all over Europe, I shall prove your greatest might. When I set on my rap crusade, Roadcheck made it into store. I'm the classic king of reaping, and you're barely paused before me. Revelation time. Idiotic as a group of flatulence. Could smite you to the solid trumpets using just my flatulence. I'll cut you down like trees. I'm not afraid to get medieval. Can't be bluff for conquest this time. some cheap chess piece of evil. Granting no escapes, I ruined dinner parties with my friends. Spit sweet Swedish meat. So shocking silence rolls way up and head. I've inspired endless sport. From Bill and Ted to Animaniacs. Claim your souls and force them all to join me in some silly dog. You've not a chance. I'll conquer every strategy you have. God isn't here for you. And so I take the day. It's set and match.
You won't when you behold this mighty rider on an ashen horse. Despairing as the seven seals overtaken by the force. Slayer of the Nephilim, I forge apocalyptic verse. Saved humanity, but once I dealt with you, I won't reverse. I drop shadow bombs and zap away your lyrical corrupt. Like the dead lords on the court, you're all in for abrupt destruction. Time to meet your mate. I have a death grip on this rhythm's beating. Sling you with possessed weapons, which your souls will soon be feeding. Don't you go to war with me, my fear is sure of bringing strife. Skill every wall, walk every void. Your arcane skill in me is right. You lose yourself within my word. Deep as the labyrinth of the arbiter. I'll reap you all in one fell swoop, just like a combine harvester. I'm vigilant yet visceral while letting loose my wrath. Step to this crucible, prize fighter, you won't see the aftermath. Your gnomes are mad as Joe to take me on. There's no way I'll be best, cause your raps are full of birds. So just show them to the exit.
Was that?
There's an explosion, it seems obvious.
A massive one, I might add. This is feeling very ominous.
Attention, Rapping Reaper! Hurry on, don't be alarmed. Soundstage 4 just exploded. Thankfully, no one was harmed.
Soundstage 4? That sounds familiar.
That was what Armeno said.
But then you wrote us all to meet up here at Soundstage 5 instead.
Well, you see, I had a dream the other night. When very vivid. It predicted this would happen, so I swapped the size last minute.
You know, I got no invitation. Wasn't called from any mirror. But happened to be passing by. I couldn't help but overhear. Appears you had a premonition, but you're not supposed to be here. That's been shorted. Now you cheaters have the ire of the Reaper. Seen this happen all before, and man, the end is never pretty. There's no accidents and no coincidences. It's a pity. Now I tell you to be careful, but in truth you straight up doomed. The one's coming for the lot of you. So I'll see you soon.
First time to get the play, every time to make it bloody when I'm snuffing at my prey. In the voice of nature's mountain for some pretty emo girls. It's the thickest, most predictive essence in any world. The spell's doing a 180 when I'm added to the mix. Leaving channel moving over during everything of tricks. And my favorite is up for take a plan of all the best goals. I never win my twisted game. I don't play by the rules at all. Throwing wrenches in your plan. You never read my clear from me. I'll take a deadly dump on you like lost on Highway 23. The whole environment's my box of tools. We're in annihilation. No escape, death, only final fucking destination.
Oh! Death is part of nature, but you take it way too far. You think you're up there with my father, but a devil's what you are. As for you other wretches, let me just remind you of your place. For even you cannot deprive me my eternal gift of grace. Harbingers of woeful tidings, gospel news is now upon me. Meet your conqueror from death return. Although I ain't a zombie, Christ rap crafts without sin, unless I cast his final verse, leaving you withered like a fig tree fallen to my righteous curse. Ask good old Lazarus about this water-walking living mirror. Soul savior supreme, my superstardom's incomparable. I suffered for salvation, harrowed hell for those before me. Sorry, Shrek, as Lord of Love and Life, I am the one and only. Generated food from scratch, and I would feed the multitude. Now here I do the same with rap, good for defeating all of you. Your vapid words are empty as my tomb. The passion strong in mine, I'm bringing flavor to these beats like turning water into wine. My birth defines the year, before that still I struck fear into king. To paradise I am the key, forget Red Bull, I give you win. This testament of mine complete to heaven I once more ascend. And so to all till next we meet, may praise be to the Lord. Amen.
Who won? Who's next? I destroy Moleman's epic rap battle!